What's good, family? It's your boy up in the building, in my 4K20, here with my boy Xavier.
What's happening, y'all? What's good? How
Yeah,
you feeling,
man.
bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I appreciate you coming on, hollering at your boy, my guy. Um,
Got to.
let's get right into it, my guy. Let's get right into it. So the topic for today, family, is should the Hawks really be competing for a championship? Or really, should we really be still in the developmental stage? You know, Nate McMillan said we passed the developmental stage. Okay, but the play on the court doesn't look like which we're a championship contending team right now. You know, we lack defensive awareness. They're almost last in the league in every defensive category that matters. So, I mean, so we definitely need improvement. You know, we missing what some so-called fans say a number two scorer. You know what I'm saying? That you do see with, when you look at the championship contending teams, when you looking at the Bucks with Giannis, Middleton, you looking at the Suns. I mean, they got just tons of talent over there. Chris Paul, Aiden, Booker. I mean, pick somebody, you know. So my question to you, Xavier, should we be contending for a championship right now? And when I ask you that, I want you to consider that that means also making moves, meaning we may have to ship out young players and picks to get a so-called say like a Donovan Mitchell who's upset in Utah right now. You know, you're gonna have to give up some real talent for a player that caliber. What's your thoughts on that, my guy?
Yeah. In order to get somebody on that caliber, you got to get rid of somebody that the Hawks fans might not be ready to get rid of. It might be a herder or a hunter. Um, I do think to an extent, I believe that we are more contending than we are developing at this point. And I think the one reason why is because if you look back, a few weeks ago, we got rid of Cam Reddish.
Right.
Um, and I think one of the biggest reasons that we got rid of Cam Reddish was because with him not playing that many games,
Mm-hmm.
been in the league for about 2 years, I think they didn't have the space or the time to give him to even develop and still win. If that makes any sense. Um, I think he hasn't got enough experience to really be the superstar that we think he has the potential to be.
Okay.
And so, for me, I think they shipped him out because they felt like, well, he's not ready now, but we're ready now. If you look at last year, you know how far we made it. If you're going based off of last year, we should be at least in the same spot or better, or at least not too much worse. But we started out way worse. So I think with our players that we have now, if you look at it, um, the only young players that you would say need development the most is probably Hunter because he stays hurt a lot. Um, so for him, I would say yeah, he probably should develop a little bit more. But and this is just my personal opinion. The way he plays, he looks like he's already kind of poised to be the player that he is.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look like one of those players that's caught like a deer in the headlights out there. Her as a shooter, we already know that. So I think those players already know their role and kind of who they are as players. So I don't think personally there's too much development that needs to happen. Trae Young knows what he can do. I think John Collins is kind of one of those players that he's kind of iffy. He's a stretch. He can shoot the three, but he can run to the rim. In the pick and roll. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we're more on the contending side than we are the development side. Based off that, but I do think we need more defensive veterans.
Okay.
Look at our veterans;
Uh-huh.
they're all offensive minded.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So my question, I got another question for you. Is this then?
Mm-hmm.
If if you think we are a contending team, right? So do you think everyone, but obviously not Trae Young, do you think everybody on this Atlanta Hawk roster, including the Jalen Johnsons and the Sharif Coopers, so you think all those guys, if you was a GM, they're available to be traded, say for like a number two type player?
Man, I I totally forgot about them.
Because when you make a move for say, and I'm using just Donovan Mitchell as an example because it's a lot of rumors going on out that he unhappy down there in Utah with Gobert and all that. So when you trade for somebody like that, obviously he will make us a better a team, right? But
Right.
you will have to give up a lot of players to get a guy of that caliber. You probably gonna have to give up a John Collins. They probably gonna want either draft picks or young talent. So, are you ready to make a move like that? And let me add on to this, because
Mm-hmm.
you looking at teams that's contending now. You look at a team like the 76ers. They all in trying to get a James Harden, and they know they gonna give up Ben Simmons and probably have to give up some other talent as well, if not picks, right?
Right.
So, do you think the Hawks are ready to make a move like that?
I I think they're. I don't. That's a tough question. They have to work out the logistics to be because, like you said, you're gonna have to give up so much just to get that superstar.
Right,
So is it like what can the Hawks give up to not make us to not just completely just get rid of our whole identity, but still get something in return that's gonna help us.
right,
So of course it has to probably be John Collins, honestly,
right.
because John Collins has to be the start. I think if we can keep that, we can somehow retain Hunter. That would make us, that would not hit us too bad because with Hunter, you got Hunter and Donovan Mitchell next to each other. Those two type of wings together, uh, defensively and offensively, you got you a nice little setup. It's kind of like a baby version of Kawhi PG-13.
Yeah,
I
but
say.
so what about Hunter's availability though? That doesn't scare you off. You don't think you could move him instead of say they want another young player, right? And say it come down between say a Herter and a Hunter. You wouldn't take into consideration Hunter's availability rate, considering I don't think Kevin Herter missed any damn games yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're right about that, and that is a risk. That is a huge risk because Hunter hasn't seen the floor. It's a double-edged sword because when Hunter does see the floor,
Mm-hmm.
he does some things that you'd be like, wow, like this is a legit 3 and D wing. Like he can play defense and give you offense on a real good night. He can put up 26 and stop an opposing starter.
Right.
So, but you're right. He hasn't seen a lot. He had the show. What is the not the shoulder issue, but the knee issue and stuff like that. But you're right, Herter. His best availability is just being available.
Yeah.
But you know what you get with him. It's like, do I just risk it and keep Hunter, and Hunter be like a guy that can show up in the playoffs and in a finals game and give you 26 and lock up a James Harden, or do I see that he might not even be able to give me that many minutes down the line? This is gonna become a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Keep Herter a reliable 3-point shooter because that's what he does,
Yep.
and he can score the ball when he's aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, he definitely can. He definitely can score the ball.
the
So
Hawks are in a tough spot with that.
yeah, you know what? Do you think this? I got another question for you. Do you
Okay.
think that Travis, beside not counting Collins, okay, but say with the Capella extension, the yeah, I'm gonna add Collins. So with the Collins max extension, the Capella 2 year extension, the Kevin Herter extension, do you feel that maybe Travis was kind of caught up in the emotion of the ride that we made to the conference finals?
I do. As much as people don't probably think so, and people probably think Slick is just in his office tuning out all the noise. I think he pays a lot more attention to the fans than people like to believe.
Mm-hmm.
And people know what sells tickets. He knows what sells tickets. He knows that John Collins has a big fan base. We drafted him. He's our player, and he's supposed to be a part of our core, our young core. So a lot of fans love John Collins, me included. Um, but if he has to go for the greater good, he has to go.
Right.
If we find something that's worth it. But I do think Slink, I do think that's part of the reason why he kept John Collins and Clint Capella because it's probably in his mind he felt like, well, we got let's not try to change something up, and let me not try to look, pretty and do something extra. And so that probably is a big reason why he kept them. He didn't, one, to please the fans or please people,
Mm-hmm.
and two, to just he didn't want to. He probably didn't want to touch it too much. He didn't want to mess nothing up because he didn't
Right.
do much. All he did was extend people. Really, we
Right.
don't really have too many new faces.
Right. 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 So now, so here's another question then. If we get eliminated last year, if we get eliminated in the first or second round, do you think Travis extends resigns Collins at max money, extends Capella, even though Capella had 2 years left on the deal, and extend her early? Do you think he does any of those moves?
Ooh, you know what? That's a good question. I would go out on a limb to say no. I don't think he. I don't think he completely gives all of them an extension. I don't know which players he would give an extension to, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no because I think, like you said, the emotion was involved in it. They
Mm-hmm.
were not expected to go that far at all.
Right.
Nobody expected that.
Right.
We had Lloyd Pierce and that whole regime thing. They were doing horrible, and then we went on that long stretch of wins,
Mm-hmm.
and then we made it to the playoffs. And it was like, okay, we're gonna make the playoffs, but can we beat the Knicks? And we gave them a gentleman's sweep.
Right.
Beat them. Got to the next round. Can you beat the 76ers though? Did that. So I think it got to a point where he was like, you know what? If this team can go that far, then why touch it? And I think if we had got knocked off the first round, maybe some changes would have been made. You know. But I can't say for sure though because like I said, the standards weren't really that high anyway to begin with.
Right.
We
Right.
weren't
Right.
supposed to go that far. So maybe he would have looked at that and said, well, if they can make it out the first round and make it to the 76ers, but the 76ers beat us, then maybe he would have still looked at us and said, okay, get some promise here, so I'm gonna sign these guys to some more years.
What about this? So do you think that our run to the Eastern Conference Finals, do you think that kind of masked over or covered up the issues that we have with the team today? Because I go back and I look at some of the numbers from the run in the playoffs, and we were not a good, let me change that. We were not a great defensive team even doing that run. I think we did let me explain this correctly. We did improve our defense starting at the second half of the season on. But if you remember, like in the Philly series, they had us down numerous times by 20 in different games, right?
Yep.
And it took, two of the games took a collapse. It took a collapse from the 76ers for us to even get back into the game. So you fast forward to, like last night, we can't defend the 3-point line, which it's been like that all season. So do you think that run covered up some of the deficiencies? Because I don't think Travis really addressed any defensive issues except maybe getting DeLon right.
Yeah, I totally agree with you with that. I totally agree with you with that. He didn't make because you look at the moves, he didn't make any changes at all, really. And definitely not defensively. I was thinking Cabarrot was gonna come in and at least help us a little bit defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And DeLon Wright because he's just a bigger point guard. So I saw the what they were trying to do with that.
Right.
Have a taller point guard behind Trey because he's a liability on defense. But you're right. I agree with you. I think because of how good we did, he didn't. It kind of overshadowed the deficiencies, like you said, because we were so good offensively, and we still are. Like when you really look at the team, like last night, I think like four dudes had like 16 or 18 points
Mm-hmm.
last night, but we just couldn't defend that 3-point line. And the reason why it didn't look that bad last season because if you're so good offensively, but you like horrible defensively, all you need to do is just be okay the team.
Right.
So that probably kind of overshadowed, his thinking with like maybe I should go out and get a Marcus Smart or somebody that can defend, because that's the main thing we're missing right now.
Wing defenders, yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
I agree, man. It's just killing us, man. And what I personally think, man, I agree with you when you said like no Hawks fan thought we was going to the conference finals if at the beginning of the season. No one thought that in February when Lloyd Pierce got fired. We were just begging to make shit. Matter of fact, I think some of us was already looking at the college basketball already.
Right.
We was
Looking
supposed
at
to,
that lottery pick.
yeah, we were already looking at college basketball when Nate took over and we go on that run. So, you know what I told people, man? I said this. I said, and I hate to downplay our run to the conference finals, but I mean, a lot of stuff went our way on that playoff run. I mean, what's the chances of us playing Philly, who was the number one seed? What's the chances of Philly blowing two 20-point leads in the same series? You couldn't think that you'll never think that would happen again. You know?
Never.
And so I think what's the chances of Ben Simmons passing out that easy bucket he had?
Yeah, for real.
He
That
probably
just seemed like luck to me.
Yeah, he probably would never do that again. So, I don't want to try to downplay it, and say it's luck, but I think we had a lot of stuff that went our way that helped mask our deficiencies. Because, like you said, we started the year with the same core players. He added who? He didn't add nobody but TLC, DeLon Wright, and Dame.
Dang, yeah.
No one else
And
was
they
added.
barely got minutes.
Yeah, no one else was added to the team. So for the team to come out and play, and people like to say, "Well, Trey said the regular season is boring." Bruh, I don't buy that. It's more to that, man. The regular season could be boring to anybody, but what does that have to do with you playing uh solid defense? I bet when you look at that video, of Trey, when somebody made that Twitter video of Trey Young not playing defense, bro, you can make that video for him, for
Yep.
Bogey, for Herder, for almost every wing defender.
All
Except,
of us. All of them.
yeah. So I mean, I think that we wasn't a good defensive team then, and it's just showing more now. You know what I'm saying? Because now we got expectations. Now teams are actually, I don't know if they are now, but they was checking for us as a top team in the East, and they
Yep.
coming
Because
out
we
with,
game playing better.
yeah,
Yep.
and they coming out with firepower. And I think we caught, like you said, we caught people off guard last season. This season, them scouting reports is on the money. I know they on the money because they got John Collins to a T. Like he can't even. Everybody know when he get the ball. That's why I don't want him dribbling the ball because the first thing he do, he either go right or he fake right. Everybody know what his first step gonna be. That's why I prefer him get it, just shoot it. You know. So
Just shoot.
yeah. So we have a lot of I think Travis didn't address those issues because I'm thinking he thought, you know what, I'll add DeLon Wright to help us on the defensive end, and that's it. You know what I'm? And we need
Yep.
more. We need more help.
I agree with that because it's like he probably just was thinking from a well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it mind state.
Right.
And that's understandable to an extent. But if you really do some deep diving, you still have to fix issues no matter how far you made it. Even Milwaukee, with them winning the championship, I'm sure they still look back and was like, well, maybe we can still get better.
Right.
I'm
Right.
sure they added somebody that's helping them this year, or something.
Well, yeah, because they lost PJ Tucker. He went to Miami. So, like you said, you got to fix it. Now you got a hole. You got to replace it. You know what I'm saying? They
That's a big
re-signed.
loss.
They re-signed Bobby Portis. So, I mean, you're right. You still got to fix it. Even when you win a championship, them general managers' job don't stop. Because the season start right back up. So, I mean, yeah.
But I do think to an extent um we do need another score. That's why when you ask, we're developing and are we contending. It's like I'm more towards contending, but you know that there's probably another level that somebody like a DeAndre Hunter and Collins and Herder can bring it to.
Yeah.
Those players can still get much better. Like they are still kind of young.
Mm-hmm.
If they did the right things in the offseason, all three of them have the possibility to be all stars.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they definitely got the talent.
Yeah, they have the talent for sure. Herder just for some reason just choose when he want to be aggressive. That's the only thing I don't like about Herder.
Well, you know, I put in the group, man, Kevin Herter, and watch this. I'm telling you, watch it, man. Him and Bogey play better when Trey is not in the game because they have that mindset. Like to me, Kevin Herter, he remind me of one of those players. He gonna do exactly what you tell him to do, right? So if he know that Trey is our best player and our dominant ball handling scorer, he's always gonna defer to Trey. You know, look at Kevin Herter's best games. It's either when Trey is having a terrible game, so Game 7 in Philly, or when he not playing.
Right.
So when Trey didn't play against who did we lose to when Trey didn't play? Was that the Raptors? Yeah, the Raptors. Herter go for 28. And now look at Bogey. Bogey. Now you could say it was Bogey's knee. Maybe he's healthy now, but it's not. People think it's a coincidence how aggressive Bogey plays coming off the bench.
No, I think that's the perfect role for him, and I think half of it was because we paid him so much money. It was one of them things when you pay somebody so much money, like it looks. I guess I don't know. I never believed in that to where you got to pay somebody a certain amount of money so they can't come off the bench. They got to start. If you pay them and they better off the bench, they better off the bench.
Yes.
Like he's just way better as a 6 man.
He way better when Trey Young not playing, bro.
I can see that because Trey Young's very ball dominant,
and he's our best player. I mean, you know how the game go. That's like if me and you are on the team and Trey Young on our team, we obviously gonna defer to Trey, right? You're gonna be like, hey, we know he's the better player. We're gonna defer to him. So you kind of lose your aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when they say when your big man make a play, you should reward them with the ball when you get to the other end. Because guess what? If they don't get the ball, now they don't want to play no defense. You know what I'm saying?
They get lazy.
Right. So it's like if I'm on the court and I'm with Trey, and I'm always deferring to him, you know, which let's be real, I should be deferring because he's our best player. It takes away some of your aggressiveness because now you're not looking to score number one. You looking, yeah, you like where's my best player at? That's why when you see Bogey come off the bench and Trey is out the game, same thing with Herter. Now you see them, they getting shots up. They out there. I think Bogey had I think the other night he had like 6 or 7 assists. You know what I'm saying? Now you trying to make stuff happen. Cause now it seemed like Bogey and Herter is the focal point of the offense. Well, mainly because they the ball handlers when Trey is out the game. I mean, DeLon Wright don't do shit. You know, he just bring the ball down and pass it. You know? Yeah.
Basically bring the ball up court and then pass it. Good game. Like a tall Rondo.
Yeah, man, I could do that, bro. I could do that, bro. For a free jersey, bro, I could do what DeLon Wright doing, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, because they know he ain't going to shoot the ball. So it's almost like you play 4 and 5 on the offensive side of the ball, man. But that's what I kind of noticed with them, man. And don't get me wrong, it's not a knock on Trey because, I mean, he is our best player. He has the most talent, you know, but yeah, you know, and at the end of the day, what I need I need Nate to see stuff like that and say, you know what? Okay, when Trey come out the game, I'm gonna put Bogey in, Kevin and Bogey. I need y'all to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And but personally, man, I think I agree with your point when you said I don't think the Hawks fans really want to be about that life of contending because you got to give up players that you like to get better players. You know what I'm saying?
franchises will do it.
Look at the Lakers, bro. Look, Lakers gave up Ball, Randall. Who else they done drafted? D'Lo. Um,
Did they have Ingram?
yep, Ingram. All that to get AD, bro. But guess what? They got a championship out of it, and I'm sure there's a bunch of Laker fans was like, well, it's probably some Laker fans saying, I don't want to give up all our youth, but first of all, you trading your youth for what? A proven all NBA player.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of Hawks fans is ready for us to make. Bro, you know how crazy if you trade Collins, say you package a Collins and a Hunter for somebody, man, they'd be pissed off, bro. And unless you traded for, bro, unless you traded for a prime Kobe or Michael Jordan, these fans would be pissed off, and that's what I be trying to explain to them. Like, bro, you don't want. I don't think some of them ready to be at that the stuff that the Lakers do, or all them contending teams. Look at the Nets. Look what they gave up to go get James Harden. Look up what the Rockets gave up to go get James Harden when he was just a six man of the year. Yeah, a lot of players that you may like that they probably drafted, and I don't think a lot of Hawk fans is ready for that type of action, bro.
They not, because you would look at like somebody like and I say John Collins because I don't dislike him, but he's been on the team since basically the start of this. Like he's probably the one person on the team that's been on the team the longest. He was drafted before him and Herter was drafted before Trey, I think. Yeah. So with John Collins, it's been he's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
You got to see when Paul Millsap and Dwight and all them.
Yeah, Herter was drafted same year as Trey.
Same year as Trey, right?
And Collins was, I think, a year before that.
Yeah.
Cause Herter, yeah, cause Herter and Herter and Collins both number 19 picks.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Yep, they yep, cause Collins, yeah. Well, DeAndre was fourth pick, right?
Yep, we traded up to get Hunter.
We traded up to get him. Yep, that's what happened.
Yep.
But yeah, they got to be ready for it though, cause it could happen. Like if you think about it, all the good teams is win. They got a dynamic duo or a big three. You're not gonna win with just one player. It rarely happens. Like
we only
with the Dallas Mavericks. That's like
with
the
Dirk.
last time it really happened.
Yeah, but Dirk a Hall of Famer though, and he was
right.
And he was 6 what 9, 10.
6'9".
Yeah, now.
Taking over games.
Yeah, now don't get me. I would tell you something. I wish Trey Young was like 6'6", bro. He would be the best player in the league, right? But we can't. When you look at all the other teams that's contending and the teams who's won championship in the past 10 years, bro, we only have people talking about a big three. We only have one all-star on our team.
One all-star.
Period. So
we have, yes.
So I mean, we are kind of behind the power curve in talent, And don't get me wrong, I'm a Collins supporter, but I don't look at him as a number 2 type player. I look at him as and I hate to say it, but he a high paid a little bit above, like, I don't want to call Collins a role player, but until Collins can at least create his own shot, I don't see him making an all-star game. Now, don't get me wrong, Collins is very important to what we do.
Right, for our system.
Yeah, he's very important to what we do. And when I read when I go other fan pages and YouTubes, other teams are very high on Collins. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing they say when it's time to trade for somebody on their team. We want Collins in the deal. So obviously he has a skill set that's valuable across the league. It ain't like he ain't no bum. Yeah, he's far from a damn bum. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, how about this? This is my last question. Now I'll let you go. Do you think we kind of accept doing that, making the finals run, that conference finals run? Do you think Travis and the organization kind of accelerated expectations for this year's team?
Man.
Because think about it. Say we finish the year with Lloyd Pierce, right? And we finish. Say we finish 30 and what? How many games you got? Say we finish 30 and 52, right? Hell, say we finish 40 and 42. As a fan, let me change that. 40 and 42, and we don't make the playoffs. As a fan, is your expectations conference finals, or is your expectations I just want to make the playoffs this year?
It's. I think it's playoffs. Yeah. I
So
think it's playoffs.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So we make the conference finals. Do you think Travis was like, oh, we right there, and don't give me, and we won 2 damn games in the conference finals at that. So it ain't like we went in there and got swept. So do you think Travis was like, you know what, Mr. Wrestler, we where we need to be. We just need to make a couple more moves, and we can win the championship. Or do you just think he should have said, we probably 2 or 3 pieces away. We're probably gonna need another 2 years being realistic before we think about a championship.
Yeah, I think if we had a win, like you said, like 42 and 40 and 42 or something like that. I feel like I feel like our expectations coming into the season that probably would have been decent. Actually, we probably would have been looking at that as like, oh, we made a big step up because I don't know what our record was the previous year, but I could tell you probably won 40 and 42.
No, we was 29. I think we won 29 games. We didn't even win 30 games. We never won 30 games under Lloyd Pierce.
Oh yeah, definitely. If we went 40 42, I think some fans would have been very happy about that because I think that was our expectations coming in for most people. I think they was like, if we could just make the eighth seed,
Yep.
then we good. That was most people's expectations. If we can make the eighth seed, it was good. That probably, I don't know what the records looked like last year. That would have gave us an eighth seed or like right outside because the playing tournament was last year too, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, so we would have been in the playoff tournament with 40 and 42 or eighth seed.
Yeah.
We would have been in it. So I personally think that would have met the expectations at least. Um, but ain't no telling what kind of moves would have been made because of that.
Right.
Because we made it so far, we didn't really hardly make any moves. So ain't no telling who would have been on our team had we went 40 and 42. You know, that's a good point. So I don't know if it hurt us or harmed us to do that good.
Yeah, because I know the fans, as you know how we do the in the NPC when we do that preseason record prediction, bro. I think it's only 1 or 2 people who said 40 some wins. I think 98% of the group was like 50 plus wins. So I know as far as the fans, our expectation was through the roof.
Through the roof this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even mine was to be honest with you because to see them do that and then like you said, go be down from 20 points with the 76ers twice and make a run to come back. In my head, I'm like, they should have all the confidence in the world and they like one of the best teams in the league.
Right.
So I thought they was gonna come in and just and go crazy. But I think us not having a second superstar is starting to become obvious. And if you can kind of if you can let Trey do whatever he wants to and stop everybody else, and we don't play defense, so you're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
able to score on us. You know, um, most teams probably look at the Hawks like, okay, they're not that bad. They made it far, but they're still not on that level yet. We don't believe in them yet. So
Right.
I think last year was a fluke.
Right.
So I don't think it was a fluke to make it that far. You know,
Right.
you can't possibly beat the Knicks and the 76ers and then win 2 games in the Eastern Conference Finals. That ain't no fluke.
And we was winning on the road.
You're right, on the road.
We won one. We won one. We won. Matter of fact, we won game 1 in Milwaukee.
We did. Yep, we did. We sure did take game 1.
Closed game 7 in Philly.
Right. And Trey Young got hurt, I think, a game.
And he didn't get hurt to the Buck series. He got hurt in game. Let's see, the series ended in 6. So he tried to go in 6. He missed 5. I think he got injured in game 3 or game 4. One of those 4, 5. Yeah, he got injured in game 4.
Yeah.
And Giannis missed game 3. Yeah, I think that's how it went. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why, yeah, sorry to cut you off, but like that's why I think people are naming people like Donovan Mitchell, and I think you heard like Jaylen Brown,
Mm-hmm.
being like people like that are like really good people who are athletic and can run to the rim. We really like that. We don't have any wings that want to go to the rim and just posterize anybody or go to the ring and just take contact.
Yeah, we don't.
Really think about it.
We don't.
We just got straight shooters.
Yeah, Kevin Herter do the same thing. When he attack, he drive. I don't know why he do it. He get right there, like at the circle, and pull up or pass it. I'm like, bro, you 6'7". What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Hunter
Can dunk.
Hunter just loses the ball.
Yeah, you can tell his handles ain't there yet.
He got the Marvin Williams handles, bro. Marvin Williams do that all the time. Only difference is Marvin Williams, when he attacked, he always used to fall down. I don't know why he did that, but I never.
That's what I'm saying. Really, Hunter ball handles. Hunter is an improvement with his ball handle away from possibly being a little star.
Yeah.
Because when he does score, he only takes like 3 dribbles and then pull up.
Yeah.
When he does, that's his playing style. He take 2 or 3 dribbles, pull up, and it be all net. But we don't have nobody on the team that wants to drive. Nobody like Donovan Mitchell and Jaylen Brown, players like that. They will go in the paint and yam it on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We need a player like that.
Yeah, we do.
Need a stabilizer. Somebody who can give you finish around the rim and give you 2 points when you need it.
Yeah, we do. We do. Yep.
We rely on being hot. We just rely on being hot.
Because we're a jump shooting team at the end of the day.
Right.
That's what it boiled down to. But I appreciate you for coming on, Elijah. I mean, excuse me, Xavier. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I appreciate you coming on, my guy, man. Keeping me some company. Give me your opinion, man, from a true Hawks fan right here, man. Real true Hawks fan. No bullshitting around, no stupid ass wacko trade and all that crazy shit. Realistic stuff right here. Yeah, I know, right? But I appreciate you, my guy. We're going to have to do this again. You feel me?
We got to, man. Let me know.
All right, my guy. Appreciate you, man. I'm out.
Out. Peace out.
Hawks Nation, y'all stand up. We out. Peace.